Hi, everybody. This is Dr. Soffer again. Thank you so much for watching another one of my videos. You might be able to tell I got a haircut since the last time I did one of these, and it gets to the point of what I want to talk about today, which is sort of getting back to work, getting back to our life. I recognize that this may not be relevant for everybody who's watching this video, but um, it is relevant for our patients in Connecticut, where the numbers are starting to drop and restaurants are starting to open, and these conversations are starting to happen. And you know, it definitely gives us a lot to think about, and there's a lot of mystery and there's a lot of confusion out there. And my goal in talking to you today is not so much to tell you what to do and the specifics of how to do it, because there's a lot of information out there about that. But really, what I want to talk about is a concept that I've spoken about a number of times with regards to integrative medicine, which is how we experience it. Because it is nerve-wracking, and it is a little bit panic inducing, and all of these feelings that come up, integrative medicine gives a lot of tools about how to manage it. So what we do is we incorporate traditions that have existed for thousands of years, and sometimes that's herbs, sometimes that's physical practices like yoga, but sometimes it's just a spiritual philosophy. And a lot of what I'm going to talk about today incorporates that spiritual philosophy in how we approach getting out and restarting our lives to a certain degree. you know so the first question that often comes up is, what can I do to protect myself? And we talk about social distancing a lot, and I hate that word. I hate the term social distancing, because I've had some really meaningful interactions over Zoom. I've had some really meaningful interactions from 6 feet away, and that space hasn't necessarily prevented those relationships from happening. So I'm not socially distancing, I'm physically distancing. And I really do, especially if your immune system is suppressed from chemotherapy, or if you're at high risk, I really do recommend maintaining that physical distance that you're keeping from people. But you know, working on ways and learning ways to nurture these relationships and having these connections to people can be done, and I think we're learning that throughout this process. You know, Another very specific topic that comes up is masks. And I'll be the first to tell you they're annoying. I don't like them either. They make me uncomfortable. But why do we wear them? Well, first and foremost, obviously, is to protect ourselves. We do know that wearing these masks can be helpful for ourselves. But even more important, is being in service to others, watching out for others and taking care of those in our community. And masks help do that. So much of these traditional practices, like yoga, is this idea of being in service to other people. And wearing that mask, you're taking care of those around you. And that's a really, really powerful thing. And not only is it powerful, it's healing for you, it's nurturing for you, and it's something that you really, really should strongly consider doing. Um, you know, Another big topic that comes up is where does this end? And I don't have a good answer, and nobody has a good answer. But what we want to think about is, where are we right now? Where are we living in the present? Are we living in the present moment? Tools and techniques like yoga and tools and techniques like meditation are really going to help you build the practice of being present in the moment. You know, I often tell my patients that it's not about that first thought that comes up. We can't control what pops into our mind. We can't control, where our mind goes, but what we can control is that second thought. We have the ability to take that first thought and do what we want with it. So do we let it run amok, or do we sit there with it and really analyze it and really think about it? And what meditation does, and mindfulness meditation specifically, is it gives you that skill. So definitely go over to our video archive and check out some mindfulness meditation techniques, because I think they'll be really, really beneficial to you in sort of building that practice up. Because I'm an immunologist, people always ask me, how do I optimize my immune system during this time? And we've spoken about it a little bit. First of all, self-care is super important. Really taking the time to be well and be kind to yourself. We see elevated inflammatory markers in the sickest patients with COVID, but we also see it in patients who are stressed, who are eating poorly, who are getting poor sleep. So think about eating well. Think about eating food that's going to nourish you. Think about getting a good night's rest, a good night's sleep, and then think about finding ways to decrease the stress in your life. And again, our video archive is full of videos just for that. We're all in this together. We're all navigating this together. We're a community. And yoga has lots of concepts. It's not just about stretching and these body movements, but there's this concept of Shiva, which means service. It means taking care of ourselves, and it means taking care of each other. So be well, take care of yourselves. Thank you so much for listening again, and I hope I see y'all real soon. Bye.